Have you ever felt like the universe is constantly pushing you down, like no matter how hard you try, the door just slams shut in your face? Imagine failing once. Okay, you can handle that. Failing 5 times, it hurts, but you get back up. But what about failing 99 times? What if you tried something 99 times, and every single time life said no? Would you have the courage to try 100th time? Today's story is about a woman who didn't just face failure, she became friends with it. She ate failure for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And just when the world thought she was finished, just when she thought she was finished, the 100th try changed everything. Meet Sarah. She grew up in a small town where the biggest excitement of the week was the Sunday market. But Sarah had big eyes. She would sit by the window and watch the birds fly away, wondering what it felt like to touch the sky. Sarah had a dream. She wanted to become a published author. Not because she wanted fame or money, but because she believed in the magic of stories. She believed that words could heal a broken heart, that words could give courage to the weak. So, she wrote. Late at night, after finishing her chores, she would write by candlelight. She poured her soul into a story about a little girl who could talk to the wind. After 6 months, the manuscript was ready. It was her baby. She took a deep breath, printed it out on cheap paper, and mailed it to her first publisher. And then she waited. Days turned into weeks. Finally, a letter arrived. She opened it with shaking hands. It started with 2 words, "Thank you," but the next word broke her heart. But no, it was a standard rejection, not suitable for our needs. Sarah felt a lump in her throat, but she told herself, it's okay. It's just the first one. Some authors get rejected a few times. So she sent it to the second publisher. Rejection. Third publisher. Rejection. At first, she kept a positive face. She would show the rejection letters to her mother and joke, look, another one for the collection. But the pile grew. Number 10, number 20, number 35. By the time she reached 40 rejections, the jokes had stopped. The letters were no longer funny. They felt like tiny daggers. Some publishers didn't even bother to write a letter. They just sent a pre-printed slip. Sarah started to doubt herself. Late at night, she would look at her manuscript, the same one that once made her cry with joy. And she would whisper, are you really that bad? Am I really that useless? Number 50. Number 65. She lost count of how many times she cried herself to sleep. The world outside moved on. Her friends got married, got good jobs, bought nice cars. And Sarah? Sarah just collected rejection slips. Number 80. Her mother gently suggested, Beta, maybe it's time to think about something else. Maybe this is a sign. But deep inside Sarah, buried under the rubble of her broken confidence, there was a tiny spark. A stubborn voice that said, but this story deserves to be read. Number 91, number 95, number 99. Can you imagine that? 99 times the world told her she wasn't good enough. On the night of the 99th rejection, Sarah didn't cry. She just sat on the floor, surrounded by 99 envelopes. She looked at the stack. It was almost a foot tall. All that effort, all those nights, all those dreams turned into paper. She thought, maybe Mom was right. Maybe I should just give up. But then something strange happened. She picked up the 99th letter again. It was just 1 sentence long. We do not see a market for this title. And for some reason, that cold corporate sentence sparked a fire in her. She thought to herself, you don't see a market? But I see a little girl who needs to know she's not alone. I see a boy who needs to know it's okay to be different. She realized something powerful. She wasn't sending this story to publishers for their approval. She was sending it because she believed in it. Their no didn't change the truth of the story. So, the next morning, with a tired body but a strangely peaceful heart, she did something crazy. She didn't send it to a big publisher for the 100th time. Instead, she went to a small printing press in her town. She spent her last savings, the money she had saved for emergencies, to print just 50 copies of her book. She designed the cover herself. It was simple. It was raw. It was real. She put those 50 books in a bag and went to a local book fair. The book fair was packed with big stalls from famous publishers. Sarah found a tiny corner near the back, almost like an afterthought. She laid out her books. She looked at them, her heart pounding. "Here we go," she whispered. "Failure number 100. For the first hour, no one stopped. People walked past her like she was invisible. But then, a young girl, maybe 12 years old, wandered over. She picked up the book. She read the back cover. She looked at Sarah and asked, "Did you write this?" Sarah nodded, afraid to speak. The girl opened the first page and started reading right there, standing up. She read for 5 minutes, and then she looked up, her eyes wide, and said, This is exactly how I feel. It's like you wrote this about me." The girl bought the book with her pocket money. That one moment, that one connection. The girl told her friend. The friend told her mother. By the end of the day, Sarah had sold 47 copies. She went home with 3 books left and a heart so full it could burst. A few weeks later, one of those customers happened to be a small-time journalist. He wrote a tiny column about the woman who self-published her dream. That column was seen by an editor at a big publishing house. The editor was curious. He read the book in one night. The next morning, he called Sarah. He said, "I heard you were rejected 99 times. Those publishers were wrong. We want to buy the rights. We want the world to read this." That book didn't just get published, it became a bestseller. It was translated into 32 languages. That little girl at the book fair? She grew up to become an author herself, all because Sarah's book made her believe in stories. Years later, Sarah was asked at a huge conference, "How did you survive the 99 no's?" She smiled and held up that old, wrinkled 99th rejection letter. She said, "Because I finally understood that failure isn't the opposite of success. It's a part of it. The 99 no's didn't mean I was a failure. They just meant I was collecting experience. The 100th time wasn't a try, it was a triumph." So, friend, if you're watching this and you feel like you're on your 90th rejection or your 99th setback, listen closely. The world may say you're not good enough. The world may hand you a pile of no's, but the world doesn't get to decide your story. Your 100th try is waiting for you. Don't stop. Don't you dare stop. If you enjoyed this story, please like and share it with someone who needs to hear it today. And remember, your 100th try might be just around the corner.